This video is brought to you by mywayteaching.com.
So, dear students, in this part, we are going to study about the international system of units. As the name itself indicates, these are the system of units which are internationally accepted. Okay, as I already told, this physical quantity, in order to measure this physical quantity, we require some unit. And what is that unit is? Yes, that unit is just a standard reference for measuring any physical quantity. So, as we can see here, in order to make the measurements of a physical quantity, first of all, to evolve a standard for that measurement so that different measurements of same physical quantity can be expressed relative to each other, isn't it? Once if we have a standard unit for any particular physical quantity, we can measure different what we can say measurements of the same physical quantity relative to each other, and that standard what we use is called as unit in order to measure any physical quantity. So again, in this developing this system of units, from earlier days to till today, we have variety of system of units. Okay, in earlier times, scientists of different countries were using different system of units for measurements. So these three such systems are CGS, FPS as well as MKS system were in use extensively till recently, which means now we are not using these three system of units, but in the earlier days scientists they use different system of units for measurement. So the most three important system of units which were used in the earlier days are CGS, FPS, and MKS. Then you are getting what is this CGS, what is FPS, as well as what is this MKS, isn't it? Yes. The base units for length, mass, and time in these systems were as follows, which means in this CGS, FPS, and MKS system of units, they have defined only three basic units. Okay, there the centimeter, they are the length, mass, and time. These three are the base quantities for which units are defined. Okay, in CGS system, if I consider this CGS system, the for length the unit was measurement. Okay, for length the unit was centimeter. Okay, for length the unit is centimeter. Similarly, for mass the unit was gram, and for time the unit was second. Okay, in this CGS system. Similarly, in case of FPS system or British system, the unit for this length was foot, and the unit for mass is pound, and the unit for time is second. Got this? In MKS system, the unit for length is meter, the unit for mass is kilogram, and the unit for time is again second. So these are the basic three system of units which were used extensively in the earlier days. Along with this, we have another system, that is MKS system. In that, it is just an extension of this MKS system. Here, the electric current was measured in terms of ampere. So, again, for length, meter, and for mass, it is kilogram, and for time, it is second. Okay. These were the earlier system of units. Again, the system of units which is at present is internationally accepted for measurement. So that system of unit which we are using in our present world is called as international system of units. Okay, in short, they are called as SI system. What are these? International system of units. International System of Units, and they're abbreviated as SI. So the SI, with the standard scheme of symbols, units, and abbreviations, was developed and recommended by General Conference on Weights and Measures in 1971 for international usage in scientific, technical, industrial, and commercial work. Okay, it was recommended by the General Conference on Weights and Measures in 1971, and this system of units is used in various fields, like in scientific field, technical field, industrial field, commercial work. In all these different fields, we are using this standard of units. Okay, the SI system of units. What is the advantage of this? So we are telling, right, this is internationally accepted. Why? There should be some feature or some quality in this international system of units, so that it is it can be accepted internationally. Yes, the one important quality is SI units used decimal system. Conversions within the system are quite simple and convenient. Okay, first of all, this SI system, it uses decimal system. So every one of us, okay, we are very familiar with this decimal system rather than other kind of systems like hexadecimal system, octo, all compared to other numbering system. This system is very convenient for us, isn't it? So this SI system, it uses this numbering system. And not only this, the conversions, since we are very familiar with this decimal system, the conversions are also very simple. Okay, since we are familiar with this decimal numbering system, the conversions used in this system are also very simple. And this SI system, it is having seven basic units. Okay, we can say seven base quantities. Okay, SI system has seven base quantities. Along with these seven base quantities, there are two more units that are defined for plane angle as well as for solid angle. So there are two more units that are defined for plane angle as well as solid angle. So coming to this plane angle, So let us consider a simple figure to define this plane angle. This is ds and this is d theta. This is radius r, and the plane angle d theta is defined by ds by r, and this is the unit is radian. So the plane angle d theta is defined as the ratio of length of arc ds. This is an arc, isn't it? So the ratio of length of arc ds to the radius r. So this is radius r. So the d theta is equal to ds by r radian, and this is a special SI system along with 7 base quantities, and this is one of the uh, other in one of the SI quantity that is defined for plane angle d theta. Okay. Similarly, it is also the unit SI unit is also defined for one more angle that is called as solid angle. So let us consider another figure. So this is solid angle that is given by d pi. This is a solid angle d pi, and the radius is r, and this area, intercepted area, is given by dA. Okay, so d pi is given by dA by r square, and the unit is steradian. Okay, this solid angle d pi is defined as the ratio of intercepted area dA of the spherical surface described about the apex O as the center. So this is the ratio of intercepted area dA, which is described about the center of center O, as shown in this figure. We can see here, to the radius r. So it is defined as the ratio of this intercepted area dA to the radius r. Okay. The unit for plane angle is radian with the symbol rad, and the unit for solid angle is steradian with the symbol SR. So from this we came to know that the unit for this plane angle, what is the unit? Yes, the unit for plane angle is radian, and usually we'll use a symbol rad to define it, and the unit for this solid angle Solid angle is what is the unit? Just now I defined it. Yes, it is steradian. And the symbol for this is SR. Both these are dimensionless quantities. Okay, both of these are dimensionless quantities. Along with some 7 base units, these two units are also defined in the